All right.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. My name is Gavin Ricklefs. I'm the Executive Director of Bitterroot Land Trust. I'm here with Mayor Dominic Farrenkopf of the City of Hamilton.
Yeah, City of Hamilton. Who's behind the camera?
And Amy Royce is behind the camera. She's going to be doing all of the hard work this evening. She's our Communications Director at the RLT. And here we are at Skalkaho Bend Park.
Yeah, speaking of hard work,
it's been a long time coming.
It has been. This was one of the first projects I got to work on, and I'm just really glad to be here. I think this park is such a unique piece to the other parks that we have. And I know you had some housekeeping pieces. Do you want to explain how to do the tour tonight?
Let's do that. As people are joining, just a couple things to remember is as you join, if you can make sure that you're muted. There's a mute button on your screen. Hit that to make sure that you're muted. We will have an opportunity to take any sort of questions or comments while we're doing the live stream here. And so if you use the chat function, you can hit the chat function and then type in your questions or comments. We'll stop at a couple different points and address any of those questions or comments that you have.
That sounds great. I am ready to learn about this park.
All right. So
okay.
Why don't you tell everybody where we are?
All right, perfect.
Physically, where are we?
Right, yeah. So what you want to do is you want to drive to the south end of Hamilton. We're on South 2nd Street. You make a right on South 2nd on Bailey Avenue. Drive 3 blocks to the corner of 5th and Bailey, and you are at Skalkaho Bend Park. There's a really nice walkway. I think we can probably walk up it now, and it'll take us right into the park.
Yeah, if you see the Great Blue Heron sign, that's local artist Karen Savory's good work. You'll know you've arrived.
Yeah, that is great work. So speaking of great work, a lot of people came together to do this project, and I certainly know that some people had some concerns. One was dogs are welcome, but we want to keep them on a leash.
That's easy.
Okay, and then we've got some really nice fences, and we don't want people to trespass over them.
Right. Yeah, I think that's really important. You know, this is now a public park, right? This is the City of Hamilton's park. This is the community's park. But there are a lot of folks that live right next door, so we want to make sure that as a responsible and respectful user, you're just making sure that you're staying on park property so we can cut down.
Yeah, and as park users, we can encourage each other to follow the rules.
We can
encourage that. And then if you have something that needs a little more help, you can call the non-emergency number 363-2100, and the city police will come down and help with the concern. Hopefully it doesn't ever get to that, but we are available here in the city. A lot of people have spent a lot of their time, treasures, and talents to put this park together. And so the other thing I'm thinking, there could be more projects like this in the future. So we want this one to be super successful so that it paves the way for more projects.
We certainly hope that's the case. It's been really great for the Land Trust and the city to be able to work together. And the result is this great amenity that so many people in the community have had a chance to contribute to.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to note that, we're out here on this beautiful, cool Thursday evening. We were really hoping that everybody here, all of you who are watching right now, and then certainly those who aren't watching, we were hoping that this grand opening of the park was going to be hundreds of people joining in to congratulate each other, thank one another, and really celebrate the opening of the park. During this time, where you and I are walking 6 feet apart right now outside, obviously we can't do that. We can't have a big group of people. But this is our opportunity to welcome all of you to your park that is now in your hands.
Yeah, it's in capable hands. It's gone from very capable hands to more very capable hands because people are going to use it responsibly. And I'm looking here, it looks like we have a vault toilet at the top, a nice parking lot, and it looks like a path, some trash receptacle so you can clean up after yourself and your dog.
Yeah, it's awfully user-friendly right now. There's been a lot of work to make sure that the park is ready for the community to use as of its opening, which was just a couple weeks ago, when the land transferred to the city. As far as those folks, if you haven't been out here yet before, it's hard to miss with the parking lot here and all the amenities. But really, this place is it's a natural park, and it's a wonderful place to take a walk. So,
I am ready. Take me in. Here we go. What kind of path is this?
Well, that's a good question. This is a pressure fine path that is really designed to meet Americans with Disabilities Act specs. So it's really an all abilities access trail. So for those local residents who want to be able to get out and experience nature, but don't possibly have the ability to get down and take a much longer walk on uneven terrain, this is one of the few places that you can go and really experience the true beauty of the Bitterroot Valley.
We do have a few other gems of Hamilton. We have River Park, we have Steve Powell Park and Hieronymus Park, now Skalkaho Bend. Some people have been asking, what's the total acreage?
Oh, have they? Well, I'm not surprised. We're pretty lucky in Hamilton to live in a place where there's over 230 acres of open natural parkland that is free and open to recreation for anybody. Not many big cities can boast that.
No. They can try, but they can't.
They can try. I bet those places aren't quite as beautiful and wild as this place.
No.
That's for sure.
The beauty abounds, and I'm really happy, again, to be invited to this. But you've got to experience it, because right now you can feel the wind, the nice breeze, the river smelling really fresh, the sunlight. It's good. This is you got to come down here to see this.
It is a perfect night.
And I guarantee you, when you come down to this park, I know, at least for me, I'm going to run into people I know, because this is something that people are going to want to use. And I just feel like this is, again, a great amenity to the city. And I'm hoping that not only city residents use this, but county residents, and then people visiting from out of state can come down and enjoy it. It looks like it's really easy to access, so maybe for a lunch break walk, maybe after dinner stroll, something like a lot of ways I can tell already to use this park.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned, seeing people that's one of the great things about a place like this that's right here in town, essentially, is you always tend to bump into people.
Yeah, and it is in town. I mean, you can throw a stone and hit downtown Hamilton. Don't throw stones. Yep. That's a proverbial expression. So anyway, but yeah, very close to the downtown.
Yep.
And this looks nice. We have some new plants.
There's been a bunch of plantings that have occurred here. I think, as luck would have it, speaking of people that
there they are. How's it going?
I see Bill and Becky Peters and Kyle Anderson.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Oh, thank you.
We're taking this beautiful walk, introducing everybody to Skalkaho Bend Park.
I'll take off my bird mask.
It's a beautiful bird mask, and that's really appropriate because one of the partner organizations that help make this park possible, and those plantings that you just mentioned, Dominic, is the Audubon, Bitterroot Audubon. And I think we have some representatives of Bitterroot Audubon.
Past president now, I guess.
So tell me a little bit about how did these plants get planted out here?
Well, Kyle organized us, and we met, we had a committee of plant experts from the valley. And I just called up Audubon members, and I said, you guys are pollinator garden experts. And so we got together with Kyle and Andrea, and Dominic was there.
I was very sleepy.
Yeah.
It was an early morning meeting. I'm not normally that awake.
And we came up with some plants that were good for pollinators. And the pollinators we're looking at are not just bees and butterflies, but we're also looking at birds. So this we look at to be a corridor. And we look not just for trees and bushes, which is what Kyle and Bitterroot Land Trust came up with, but we're also going to be looking up with the Water Farm and Bitterroot Audubon, we're going to be looking up for things like herbaceous forbs. And we want to plant some flowers up here, and then some flowers down there, and then the hummingbirds and the birds and the bees and the pollinators can come along in here and say, oh, this is beautiful, and they go, oh, look down there, that's beautiful too.
That is great. I really appreciate you guys taking the time and the effort to put in the bushes for the birds and the bees.
Yes.
We watering them too.
Yeah. They look great.
Oh,
They do look
we'd love
good.
to get the neighbors and the town of Hamilton.
Yeah, people will be here. Trust me.
Good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You bet.
Great to see you.
Kyle, tell me about this bridge. I know a little bit about this bridge.
Oh.
I know that this bridge was installed so that we can get emergency vehicles in the park. Heaven forbid that we have an emergency, but now a fire truck or an ambulance can fit over this bridge. I also want to thank the Hamilton Volunteer Fire Department because they abated the weeds. I think they came in and they burned the park to get it going. Strong lumber, where'd you get that?
From Massa Home Center.
Yeah. Look at that concrete. Where'd that come from?
From Donaldson.
Yeah. I always love mentioning sponsors. I think it's really important.
We had a lot of great support from local businesses. And to me, this bridge sort of typifies what we tried to do here in building the park out a little bit in preparation for you having it. We tried to put in really strong bones that are going to last a long time and enable a diversity of, whatever the future may hold. If you need to get a truck across here, you can do that.
Yeah, the park is managed by the city, and so we're about to go into some mowed areas, I believe. And I'm not sure if there's anything else we wanted to talk about with Kyle and infrastructure, or if we're walking into the park some more.
Yeah, well, maybe who did all, maybe we can first introduce Kyle to everybody who's here. This is Kyle Anderson. He is Bitterroot Land Trust Stewardship Coordinator and also the general contractor of all the work that you see out here. So when you come out and take a walk here at Skalkaho Bend, he's the one that's envisioned a lot of this stuff and then worked with the contractors to make it all happen. Folks like Specialty Excavating, which we haven't mentioned yet, who did a lot of the earthwork, and who else am I forgetting?
We had a huge amount of help. So Greg and Glenn of Specialty Excavating, Brian Johnston from LD Custom Fencing did all the fencing work. It looks great. A large fraction of that was donated, really significant. We had a Boy Scout troop out here, Troop 1987, and Isaac Harmon, who's a new Eagle Scout, local artist Karen Savory, local wood carvers, local nurseries donating to it, a lot of help. So this really has been a big community effort getting this ready to go.
Absolutely. Yeah, we talked about that as we walked in, the fact that this place wouldn't be here without such a huge community effort, and I think that's a great example of just a slice of the folks that have really made this park possible. Thanks for all your work.
Enjoy your walk.
Take care.
We'll do.
All right.
This is one of my favorite parts. Coming off this bridge, coming down right towards the river with the Bitterroots right in front of your face. It's just a spectacular spot.
It really is. And I think, again, I just want to encourage people to come down and experience it for yourself. Super close to town, like we've mentioned. And then so many people, again, time, talent, and treasure to put it together, that I really want more and more people to enjoy the park. I think that is a gem of Hamilton. I know we mentioned that a little bit ago. And I just really think that this is a time to come out and enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, especially on a beautiful July night after, we were a little worried after 2 weeks straight of high pressure and 90 degrees or so. We just had a nice little thunderstorm that cooled everything down, but I will admit we were a little bit worried that we would be out here either in a thunderstorm or in a torrential downpour. But look, we've got
really, really good weather. These are hey!
Rock and Jen Turner.
How's it going?
What a surprise. It's nice to see you guys out.
Oh, thanks.
They're great. How are you enjoying your park?
Oh, we're loving it. We were just admiring the view of the Three Sisters, which you can't quite see from here, but just a little ways down, it was captured in between the trees. It was wonderful.
So beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
So how do you guys enjoy this place?
Oh, I run here probably 4 days a week. I love it. Nice. I come down, I go to that pasture down there and run the loop, and there's a little spot that's perfect for having a little picnic down where the bank is falling out and there's room for some chairs. Just come down here and take a stroll. Yeah, just enjoy it.
Walk the dog, yeah.
Walk the dog.
She's got her foot today, so she's at home.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she'd be on a leash if she was. Right?
Absolutely.
She's been talking about leashing dogs and some of the general etiquette of using the park.
She would be, and she should be.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting that you mentioned, going down further south, and I don't know, Amy, if you can, out of the mowed path here as it goes south, we're kind of like right about in the middle of the park right here, and there are 2 mowed paths that go south and north from us right here. They both do loops, and together you can stretch them in. Rock to your run is what, a couple miles?
Oh, easily a couple miles, just in this park and the Kiwanis Park.
Yep.
So you don't even have to leave to get to the other River Bottom Park. You can come down from the access point, do the loop, come back, run through the river to Kiwanis Park, and then kind of loop up by the old softball fields and the old football field and come back and repeat it. And you're pretty close to 4 miles. All just right here contained. It's like a trail run right in your town, in your city limits. I love it. It's a huge improvement on quality of life.
That's what we like to hear. That's the whole point, right?
Yep.
You know, as our community changes and grows, which it's going to do, which is a great thing for us, to make sure that we've got amenities like this and have a partner like the city where we can invest in a place like this that the community can come out and enjoy and ensure that it's here for everybody, for the future generations. That is a huge...
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Fancy seeing you here.
Having a nice boat, huh?
Yeah, we put in just a play.
Hi.
Bye, guys.
Enjoy. That chance encounter was Heather Barber from the Bitterroot Water Farm, another partner, another local partner on this project, and then Land Trust Conservation Director Kyle Barber. So he's done a lot of work as well on making sure that this place is here and available for everybody.
One of the things that I always think about is the access to the river, because it's not always easy for you to find a parking spot at the boat landing or whatever, or maybe it's too hard to hike on the bank of the river. This looks like kids could access the river pretty easily here if you wanted to bring your kids fishing here.
Absolutely.
I see kids along here fishing almost every time I come down. It's a perfect place because you can park so close and just stroll down, and there's a lot of fish that you have.
We've got a traffic jam.
Traffic jam, what do you know?
She's cleaning up after her pet.
This is like, this is exactly what you're supposed to do, folks. Look.
There is a station, right? There's a doggy dump station,
Yeah.
so easy to clean up after your dogs.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing great. Nice shirt.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, nice hat.
How are you doing, enjoying your new park?
It's great. We walk in here. She loves to go in here with me. We walk probably every other day. We're in this park. So we used to, in the winter, we would go back in there, but there's a lot of mosquitoes now, so we don't.
Yeah.
But we will again. So, yeah, it's great.
Good.
I'm glad we have it here. It makes for a... So drop this off real quick.
All right. Well, enjoy your guys' walk.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Yeah,
Nice seeing you
great to
guys.
see
Take care.
Yep.
All right, so we're heading north.
Let's head north.
So I know we've mentioned some people that helped put together the park. I don't know all of them off the top of my head. Maybe you know more than I do, but what kind of partnership did it take to get this all in one piece?
Yeah, that's a good question. This has been an effort that's been going on for years. In fact, probably over a decade was the first time we ever talked with the previous landowner, John Christman, about the possibility of selling this as a community park and a public amenity.
Right.
And then just about 3 years ago, John came to us again and said, hey, I think I'm ready to make that happen. And so we put together a group that could help finance this project. So the Conservation Fund, which is a national nonprofit that works with Land Trust, loaned us the money to buy the land. And then the community, the entire community has come together to make it possible. So we've got over 200 different individuals made a contribution from $1 to much more than that to make this park happen. Our Valley County Open Lands Bond, which is a really crucial tool that we have for conserving what is best about our valley.
A lot of people pay into that bond, right?
Everybody who owns a residence, right? So everybody, if you're watching right now, if you own your residence, you have helped make this park possible. I think that's really important for everybody to have that sort of ownership in this place. We talked about Bitterroot Water Forum, Bitterroot Trout Unlimited, Bitterroot Audubon, so our Valley County Fish and Wildlife Association have been great partners on a number of projects with us recently. Rapp Family Foundation. There's just this huge number of different people and entities that have come together because they recognize, hey, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and we got to take advantage of it.
And I think we really are taking advantage of that. And one of the things that I think is wonderful is people can really get behind this project because they can see other projects that you've done, and you can see your track record, and you can say, hey, this project was a success. I'm sure this one will be as well. And so I don't even think people, you said they're getting behind it. Part of me feels like they're almost in the front leading the way.
It really feels like it. I mean, this wouldn't have happened had the community of Hamilton not identified, hey, we want more public open space and parks as a real priority. And we listened to that, and we listened to the community, just as you do as mayor, and realize that, hey, when we have an opportunity to do something like this, particularly in conjunction with the city that has the wherewithal to manage it and police it and own it on behalf of the community, that's just a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that you mentioned just now is managing the park. It is a city park, and so it will be managed. We'll have staff down here. Of course, they'll mow the trails, which I guess we're encouraging people to kind of stay on the trail. Looks like there's probably some natural habitat that exists out here, so try to encourage people to stay on the trail, be a responsible park user. I know we've mentioned that a couple times, but the city is just really proud to add this to the park list. I know that Donnie Raymer and his crew are going to take a really good effort at making the park as user-friendly as possible. Yep. And you can tell already that this is a well-manicured park.
Yeah, the weed management has been great. I wonder if we ought to stop for a minute and just see if there are any questions. Melissa Odell is doing the administration here. Do we have any questions or comments at this point? Amy is saying yes. Yeah.
There were all positive comments, but no questions. I think everyone's really excited to see what a great community effort that this project is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It comes from all individuals all across the valley.
Good.
And afar.
Good. This is great. I hope they can all get here. This is your invitation. Yeah. I know you're watching online right now, but come on.
Yeah. Yeah, so we did, Amy is reminding me that we did all want to be here together, of course, tonight. But, we can't do that right now.
Not right now.
This is your invitation to come out and kind of celebrate the opening of this place on your own.
Yeah.
Safely. 6 feet apart. It's a great place to be outside.
Right. They keep saying social distance. Well, what better place to do that than Skalkaho Bend?
This is a perfect place to do so.
I see some people up here social distancing too.
Oh, really?
Not more people. I think I know those folks too.
As a matter of fact, I know them as well.
Here, I'm going to pan around.
This is going to be one of those things. You should, take a picture of the mountains.
Can you talk about the loop here?
Oh, we have a loop?
Isn't there a loop here?
There is a loop. So we're kind of coming towards the end of the loop here, or this end of it, and then the trail will loop around just past this group of folks here that we know. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How are we doing?
Great.
We're doing very well, and the mosquitoes have not attacked.
No, it's
been pretty good.
Well, that's because John put on a 5-gallon bucket of DEET over there. And it's just emanating. I can smell it from here. See, there it is.
Yeah, we sprayed the whole area.
Nice work. So we have, I want to just introduce everybody here. Jan Abel is here. She's a long-time supporter of the Land Trust, great member of the community on our outreach committee. We've got Andy Massey, who's the Land Trust board treasurer. And we have the intrepid John Ormiston looking through his spotting scope. Longtime board member and man about town.
What are you guys up to, John?
Well, I'm looking right now. I was trying to find. There was a horde of swallows up the river just a while ago.
Eating all
I think there was northern. There was a hatch going on or something. I think there were northern rough-winged swallows, which are really pretty cool birds. And of course, I have my clipboard with me. And,
So he's been eliciting
and I've been soliciting folks, and so far I've made $325. So that's not
I
bad.
brought my wallet. I had a feeling I was going to run into you. I'm ready to make my donation to the bike fund.
What's your clipboard for?
The clipboard means that I have a list of over 400 people who have given over the 12 years that I've been doing this. And every year I try to exceed last year's donations. So this year my goal is 12,000 plus bucks. And it's going to be kind of,
what you've been able to do.
It's kind of hard to do because I don't go to very many places where there are crowds of people like I used to do.
Yeah.
But Dominic has always been faithful. And he's donated $20 every year. But I'm a year older this year.
Why did I have a feeling this was coming?
And I think, to be, he has a new job. He's a mayor, so he's making the big bucks.
The big bucks now.
It seems like, come on, scratch up. Another 20.
Not because I'm the mayor, because you're a year older.
Right. And
No,
besides,
because I appreciate your efforts. I think it's great. People like you make projects like this possible.
Absolutely.
I can't ride a bike very far, so I'd rather just pay you the money to do it.
thank you. I appreciate your support.
You're welcome.
Mr. Mayor.
You're welcome. And I think people watching tonight, John, tell them, how can they donate to your bicycle ride?
Well, we're going to start an online campaign in this week, I think. And we're just going to have people go to the Bitterroot Land Trust website and touch the donate button. You can send a check to Box 1806 Hamilton, too, if you'd like to. But we want to keep track. I want to keep track of how much I'm raising, and because the Land Trust is such a worthy cause. It's not about me riding a bike, guys. It's about supporting a cause that really does good stuff.
Thanks, John. Where are you riding?
Oh, well, our barn dance was postponed. The site was going to be the Flying E Ranch up the Burnt Fork east of Stevensville. I'm going to start there during the virtual barn dance, ride some kind of a route around the Burnt Fork and back to the Flying E. It'll probably be around a 20 to 25 mile ride this year.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for all you do. I know that every year you've got over 200 people in the community who make a donation to you just because they believe in this work so much themselves.
Hi, Robin.
Mayor Dominic.
Hey, Knox.
How's it going? Pruitts?
Hi. Hello, everyone.
How are you guys enjoying your park?
Good.
Good. Good.
There's a hidden fort over there.
There's a hidden fort over there.
Like a big fort.
No kidding.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Well, now it's not hidden anymore because you told us about it. I know where I'm going after this. After the live feed, I'm going to the fort.
You can't see it through the grass.
Yeah. The grass is getting pretty tall, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a fort right there, but it's a little close to the river.
Gotcha. Well, we're about done here, everybody. I think we're about 1 minute away. So if we don't have any further questions, just want to say thanks to everybody who's watching and everybody who's not watching who made this park possible. Come down and experience it for yourself.
Please.
Mayor Dominic?
Please. Come to the park. We want to see you here. We want you using what everyone built. Okay.
Thank
so
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good night,
Everyone
everyone.
who donated.
Thank you.
Good night,
See you at the
everybody.
park.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Can you say thank you, Knox?
Thank you.
Thank you.